Hey guys, Scott here. Thanks for joining me. I bought a pair of Xero Shoes men's Alpine boots. They're a minimalistic hiking slash snow boot. When I say minimalistic, the soles are fairly thick and stiff. Just what it is, because they're a boot. They are they're insulated. They're not super heavy insulated, but they work pretty good. And they're waterproof, about far up the boot or so. I'll show you kind of where the tongue, where the tongue line is, where water would get into the boot. I've had them for a year. I got them last year when they first came out with them right before the winter, but we didn't really get any snow, so I didn't really get a chance to use them. I did wear them when it was cold, but I never got them wet, slushy, nasty, or any of that, just to see what it was like, because we just didn't have that weather. We did get snow 2 nights ago, and it's really slushy right now, and I've worn them out in the snow and in the slushy stuff. My feet stayed dry. We were down about 17 degrees Fahrenheit, and my feet stayed warm. Now, mind you, I was just wearing some cheap cotton socks with them, just with the boot, and my feet stayed warm because I was moving around. When I stopped moving, they started to get a little chilly. If I was wearing my darn tough wool socks that were kind of boot length, I'd have been totally fine. Not a big deal. I got them half a size bigger, so I had room for some bigger socks. And I also got these because I wanted to try out a waterproof hiking boot for next year. I want to do some more winter hiking and something that I can put micro spikes on. And I can put them on my hiking trail shoes, but I wanted to see how they would work on the boots, and since these have a stiffer sole, to see if they'd be very comfortable to hike in. I'll show you the waterproof tester in a minute. They're wet right now because I just finished it. And by the way, they passed, but I'll let you see kind of what that looked like. It was entertaining for me anyway, so hopefully you'll get a kick out of it if nothing else. Give you a picture of the sole. Has really good lugs. They're nice and thick. Very similar pattern to my Mesa Trail hiking shoes that I have from Xero Shoes. They have the standard ribbons here along the side that they use to tighten the shoe up. So when you tighten up the laces here, it pulls on these set of straps, and when you tighten up the laces here, it pulls on this strap here along the side. So you can get a bit of a lock around the front of your foot and around over the front of your ankle and kind of lock it into the heel. The boot is sewn all the way around and is waterproof, has a waterproof membrane in it, and has a DWR coating on it. You'll see the water was beating off of it when I pulled it out of the tub that I had in the water to try to test for waterproof. It is waterproof all the way up to right here, and that is where the tongue is sewn in. Otherwise, all the way down through here, the tongue is continuous. This is solid fabric. There's no tongue seam right there. Inside, it's got this nice soft fleece type material. All the way around the boot, goes all the way down inside. This top collar is really flexible. It's a little firm, but it doesn't dig into you at all. It's pretty flexible and was really comfortable. No problem there at all. So as far as flexibility goes, this is a little stiffer. This is not going to roll up like a true barefoot shoe, but it is still reasonably flexible. It is zero drop, and it has a fairly thin sole on it, similar to my Mesa Trails. I haven't done a ton of mileage in these yet, so we'll see how they feel after 10, 12 miles in them with a pack on. But so far, just knocking around, wearing them all day, and when it's in and out, going to the store and stuff, they're feeling good, so I think I'm going to be pretty happy with them. They got really long laces, so I haven't had any trouble getting these things tied. So inside is a bit of an insert. It's really similar to what's in the Mesa Trails. It's a synthetic material, kind of a rubber. It doesn't absorb any water. Has just a very thin fabric liner on top. I don't know if you can tell. See if I can get the light to hit it. There's a kind of looks like a foil reflector material that's sandwiched. There we go. It's sandwiched between this black layer and another layer here. That sandwich, here, let's try to get it focused. That sandwich is just this real thin black layer, the foil, and then the yellow footbed material. You can take this out. Just like all the other shoes, the inside is completely sewn all the way around. It's smooth material. So you could go barefoot. I'm not sure that I would, because I'd want to have my wool socks on. And I like the idea of this reflective material in here just to help bounce back some of the cold. So I'm going to be wearing them with the footbed, but you definitely don't have to. They're heavier than my trail shoes, which is expected, but they are nothing like my normal hiking boots that I used to wear. All right, so these things say they're waterproof. We're going to find out how waterproof they are. I'm going to go ahead and put them in a container full of water to just below the line and let them sit for a couple hours and see if they're waterproof. So we'll go ahead and fill this up with enough water to test the boots and see how it goes. Okay, well, this is entertaining. So the boots float, and every time I put something in it that's heavy enough to hold it holds it down at the back of the boot, but then the toe comes up out of the top of the water. So I'm probably just going to sit here and hold them for 10 minutes, see if they get wet inside, and kind of go from there. I'm not seeing any air bubbles coming up around any of the seams on the boot or anywhere around it at all, so it does look like it is waterproof at the moment. I've had it in the water for about 3 minutes, and everything's still bone dry. I'm going to give it a few more minutes, and then I'll try the other boot. Pulled out the first boot, bone dry. Not a problem, so that's cool. Got the second one in right now. We'll give it probably about 5 more minutes and see if it gets wet inside too. They've been out of the water about 6-7 minutes. They're pretty much dry at this point on the outside. They never got wet on the inside, so I'm really happy with that. The toe cap and all of this shiny stuff around the boot here is all rubber. This top material is a synthetic material. It feels kind of like a heavy nylon. It should be pretty abrasion resistant, and it's got the DWR coating on it that we saw when I did the waterproof testing. So one of the reasons I bought this particular pair of boots was because I wanted to be able to use my micro spikes with it. And so I filmed everything and realized I didn't show you my micro spikes. So I went and dug them out. I've got some Snowline micro spikes. So let's go ahead and put one on and see what it looks like. And they fit on really well, so I'm pretty happy. Do me a favor, don't subscribe to my channel unless you've taken the time to watch a couple of my other videos. You like my style, you like the content, it's your thing. Go ahead and make your own choice at that point. If you did enjoy the video though, would you please give it a thumbs up so the algorithm tries to share this thing out and see if more people get a chance to check it out? I would really appreciate it. So this is a nice quick review of the Xero Shoes men's Alpine insulated waterproof boot. I really like them. I would definitely recommend them if you're looking for a zero drop kind of minimalistic insulated winter boot. Thanks for watching. Have an awesome day.